and welcome to India Today. This is Anita in conversation with the cast of Attack. That's Lakshya, Rakul and John. Hi, welcome. So just before we were starting, I heard you all were getting great response for the trailer. I saw the first one 2 weeks back and this one. Amazing. Matlab, do alag-alag type of trailers you all have released. What is the reason behind doing this? Was it planned?
No, the first was a teaser. The second was an extended teaser, which we were advised to put as a trailer. And the third was the actual trailer.
Wow. Okay. Let me begin by asking, this is one of a kind. This is a new concept altogether. You have been talking about it. What prompted you to come out with a concept like this, and who was the mastermind behind this?
I think we were both collaborators on that. It came through a lot of meetings that we sat in office and coming through trying to make a difference in a story, what we're trying to say. And what happens is that the theme came actually from current India that we are in today. And what happens is that, you know, the first country who started becoming British Raj were who made guns. Okay. Then who made nuclear were the Americans. Then we believe whoever made technology next is going to be the next superpower. And that's where the theme came. So our character Rakul, who's Sabha in the film, has come up with a revolutionary idea that might make India the next superpower. All right. And that's where it dabbles and starts. Also, I think we were finding it very fake when Bollywood heroes were hitting 10 people or 15 people at the same time. And then we wanted to give them a reason. So now a super soldier, when he calculates, then he can see that he can hit 50 people. Like you've seen in trailer 2, that also that he calculates where he's going, calculating the hostiles, the weapons. And now you enjoy it even more when the hero is hitting. So, you know, so consciously all these ideas came together and Attack was born.
Right. John, you want to add something?
Yeah. I think... I think it's a first movie of its kind, and I think it should be encouraged because it's so different.
Right. John, when you come on screen, people expect action from you. People expect tod fod. People expect you to pick up things in the film. How do you make sure that you stay relevant and you up your, like upgrade जो हमने trailer में देखा है? How do you upgrade your action?
I think upgrading an action, actually it's a very, it's actually a very cliche question in a way, because if you're jumping from the second floor, do you upgrade it by jumping from the third floor? You know what I'm saying? So I think you can only upgrade your action conceptually, and I think with Attack we've got a very new concept of a chip implanted in a person that's helping him. So I think that's the way you upgrade it, conceptually and emotionally.
Right. Rakul, what excited you? You're playing a scientist. How did he convince you? Was it easy to convince you to be part of this film?
Yeah, I think, you know, when I first met Laksh, he narrated it to me, and, you know, I read the script. And I don't think there was too much convincing required there, because it was such a new character to play. I don't think anyone's played a scientist, or no one's dabbled with this idea of a chip. So, yes. You know, she's one of the finest scientists of the country who's invented this technology to help paraplegics. And then, you know, make them, so basically he turns into a super soldier with that. So what this chip generally does is that it's implanted here, and then in the neck is a mini computer, and then that computer reads and understands what your muscles want. So, you know, if your hands want to move but you're unable to move, so the chip is calculating, giving the message to the computer, sending it to your limb. So there's a full circuit completion that's happening. So it was very interesting because it's science fiction with your action and emotion and all of that. So like they said, there's a reason to build the action up. So I enjoyed it, and I was like, yes, I'm doing this because it's so unusual.
And you know what it is also, that her character can't go to the border and serve as a soldier, but she can serve the country by being the best mind and bringing something like that. So what we had is the best soldier in the country and the best scientists come together to make India's first super soldier, made in India, you know. But after all this, it's actually just a fun, entertaining film, all right, that we've made with a lot of passion and heart. A lot of hard work has gone into making that. And I think that will show on screen as well, you know, when we go to watch it.
We saw a little glimpse of comedy, slight humor in the trailer as well. Rakul, how interesting was it to control John?
So that's what you see, you know, the voice that you hear, just imagine an inbuilt Siri in your system. which constantly is having a fight with you or making you do things that you don't want to do. But John is difficult to control. He was ready before the chip was ready. He was ready before the inbuilt system was ready. But that's the banter that you'll hear through the film. And it's actually very organically humorous. It's really nice. I think I enjoyed that humor. While reading the script also, I had giggles and I had laughs because it's not forced. It just flows so well with the story.
Right. Did you enjoy being controlled by her?
See, another thing, you're talking about scientists. So the general perception of a scientist is an old pot-bellied man with a white lab coat. You have this gorgeous woman who, and when you see the film and her introduction, you'd really want intelligent minds to be young, cool, and work in a different ecosystem. And I think Lakshya's got exactly that out through Rakul, where you actually, it's a modern take on what an intelligent mind should be like and do. It's like how, Bill Gates in his younger days used to work out of a garage. Or, Elon Musk's attitude, they're not typically corporate. But there's an element of coolness about them. And our scientist is really cool. But when it comes down to business and she has to talk about business and about our country, she's very serious. And then she also has a conscience about her, where she says, I can't risk anybody's life when I'm doing this. So the different shades that Rakul has played is very interesting. And the way Lakshya's presented Rakul is, like Rakul rightly said, I don't think you've seen a character like this. You've seen love interests, you've seen this, you've seen that, but you've not seen a character like this. So it was very interesting for her to do this.
And it's the first time she's also doing it. She's done various characters. This is something new in your career list as well.
Absolutely. In my career, and I think even something new that the Indian film industry would have seen, like he said, a smart scientist.
Yeah, I definitely think it's the need of the hour, if you ask me. All right. Also, I want to point out that for the last 2.5 years, cinemas haven't been open. So we actually don't know what the audiences have seen over these 2.5 years. So we're hoping actually they want this even more, all right, because they've seen now different stuff from around the world as the internet has brought all of us together, So it being the need of the hour, I think it's going to be accepted, and that shows in the trailer and teaser response actually. Otherwise it would have been treated differently. They're actually excited to watch this film right now.
I need to mention this. My nephew, he's 13 years old, and he watched the trailer. He's like, "Oh, I can watch this. I can watch this." I said, "Yes, you can watch it because it's fun." It's he likes all this Mardhar and yeah.
Kids will really enjoy it, your Gen X, your 15 to, actually not even 15, gaming starts very young, like 7-8-year-old kids to your college going kids who who love your PUBG, like he said, or PlayStations, and who understand this whole gaming world. It's going to be, I think, very, very interesting for them.
Did you all keep that in mind when you all were working on this, that you all will connect?
No, actually, we wanted to tell the story correctly in the best way form, all right? And these are just incidentals that happen, like the gaming style, because he's a super soldier, he's going to do action like that. He's going to do cool things like that. So the main thing was actually the storytelling that came first before all these things. And what I want to add out here is not only for the millennials, it's also for the older people, because they're going to see what happens to a country when we try something new. We try something like a super soldier who's the first prototype. And what that means as a nation, because you can see the parliament being attacked, what it means, what the country is going to do when a situation like this arises, and having the best soldier in their kitty. So I think all this came together beautifully, that has something for everyone in the film.